How's it going, guys? I'm Connor from Running Warehouse, and today we're going to be talking with Taniguchi-san. He is the GM of Future Creations at ASICS, and he's been leading the development of a lot of exciting and innovative racing shoes coming out in 2021. One in particular that we're going to talk about today is the ASICS Meta Speed Sky. Now, Taniguchi-san, there's a lot I want to dive into with this shoe, but first on up, how long have you been developing this shoe, and what was the inspiration behind the ASICS Meta Speed Sky?
So there is a basic formula for speed. The running speed is equal stride length multiplied by the cadence. From this point, we have two categories. We had this idea for a while, and it started to come to life about 1 year ago. We have worked with many athletes and listened carefully to their feedback. According to their data, we discovered two running styles. One is stride style, who extend stride to go faster. The next one is cadence style, who extend stride and increase cadence to go faster. We look deeper into characteristics of the above running styles, and we discovered that the shoes available in market favor stride style only. So we decided to create two shoes to help both styles run faster. Our test shows that by wearing the light models for the running style, runners' performance increase. Stride runner extends their stride more when wearing Sky, and the cadence runner extends their stride more when wearing Edge. So that means we have two models, MetaSpeed Sky and MetaSpeed Edge.
So one of the most important factors with an elite marathon racing shoe, especially in modern times, is the midsole compound. Can you explain what makes Flytefoam Turbo so special?
The Flytefoam Turbo, we call it FF Blast Turbo. This is a very light and the bounceest material we have now.
And what goes into the testing process for creating a foam compound that is your lightest and most responsive to date?
We have a very high standard for quality assurance, and that there are a lot of testing on different levels of functions. First, we will evaluate the property of the material itself. Then we will evaluate how it performs within the design structure. Then we will evaluate how it performs under actual usage. We are tested by athletes. For this project, the most crucial step was with the athlete, so we can make everyone faster.
Do you have any thoughts on next generation super foams in general and why they're so important for efficiency and performance for a competitive athlete?
So the energy return is, it is to get as close as possible to returning 100% of what was applied. And the next one, the lightness. Lightness is to maximize the running economy. It's like a car engines. More power and mileage you can get out of the same amount of gas, better.
Recently, it's been common to see carbon-plated shoes have very large stack heights. How important was the stack height in the MetaSpeed Sky, and were you aiming for that 40 millimeter range in the heel?
According to our research, the stack height is very important for marathon shoes. So in general, the merit of higher sole is more cushioning. That means the impact absorption. The impact absorption means less loads on runners' legs That means less damage to the legs towards end of the races. So that means the more chance of winning the race. And we have, but as I already mentioned, we have two models, the Sky and Edge, and we have different heights of Sky and Edge to optimize for different running styles.
Now, the MetaSpeed Sky has a 5mm heel-to-toe drop. We've seen other companies go higher and lower. How did you end up on that 5mm range for this shoe?
As you know, the heel drop needs a lot of attention as it impacts performance. We have collected a lot of data with our athlete to set the drop, and that is why this is different between Sky and Edge. And Sky is a 5mm heel drop, and Edge has plus 3mm. That means 8mm heel drop. So in Edge, it will be steeper for faster transition to forward the motion for cadence style runner who needs to increase the cadence to speed up.
Now, the midsole is a very important part of a super shoe, but it's also going to work together with a carbon fiber plate. Now, can you talk about a little bit more detail of the plate's shape, location, and level of rigidity?
According to our research, the carbon plate plays a big part in increasing the efficiency of running. The most important point for designing the carbon plate is how it bends like a bow. So our plate have original shape. That means the original stiffness and the geometry.
Did you test multiple plates and materials while you were testing the MetaSpeed Sky, or has it stayed relatively the same from your first shoe, the ASICS Meta Racer?
We tested many different shapes, sizes, and stiffness, materials, etc., including the computer simulation. And the carbon plates are different across different models for different purpose. For MetaSpeed, its designing philosophy is extending the stride length. On the other hand, MetaRacer, designing process of MetaRacer is for energy saving at the ankle.
In terms of elite performance, what is more important that you guys look for, the carbon fiber plate or the midsole material itself?
Honestly speaking, my answer is both. Because so we need the important point is that the balance between the carbon fiber and midsole material. If midsole material is very too thin, it doesn't work, of course. And the carbon plate is too hard, it doesn't work. The sandwich structure, like a carbon plate sandwich structure, sandwiched by the midsole, is very important. I think very important. That's why we need both.
Now, keeping a racing shoe as light as possible is always important. Moving on down to the outsole, can you tell us a little bit more about the compound used and also the rubber layout?
So, as you can see, there are many bunch of holes. It is very important for reduce the weight. And furthermore, in races, sometimes athletes are forced to run in rain. So we developed the original material called ASICS Grip. So ASICS Grip outsole technology that prevents slipping under wet condition.
Now with racing shoes, there's always that trade-off of balancing a lightweight design versus enough structure to get you through the race. How did you go about designing this upper, and what were some key things you were trying to execute with this design?
In the upper, so our first priority is lightness. So because the lightness is very important for running efficiency. So we selected based on the weight without compromising durability. Also, Yeah, we selected 100% recycled polyester material for our commitment to sustainability.
Now, was there any fit or design inspiration that came from this shoe from past ASICS racing models?
In the ASICS history, we challenged to develop the many racing products. So that means that we have many knowledge of racing shoes. So we used this experiences and knowledge to the MetaSpeed.
Now, when I tried on the MetaSpeed, I found it was a pretty snug race day fit, but there is a little bit more room in the toe box to allow your toes to display. Can you talk a little bit more about your decision to open up that toe box a little bit more?
That is a very good point. So in the marathon race, runners run, of course, for almost 2 hours or 3 hours, 4 hours. So foot shape will be changed during the marathon race. So that's why we make a little bit like a room in the toe box. That's why you feel some kinds of roomy at the toe box area.
Well, Taniguchi-san, thank you so much for your in-depth knowledge on the ASICS Meta Speed Sky. It's great to get a behind-the-scenes look and see what goes into building a truly elite carbon-plated racer. I've already gotten this shoe on my feet, taken some workouts, and I can say it is truly a fantastic shoe that I think is going to be in contention for top carbon-plated racer of the year. If you're looking to get this shoe on your feet, it's available now here at Running Warehouse.